And so from there it starts to, let's say, then the rest, the whole entourage, then slowly builds up. When there's an I, then it needs, when there's a self, let's say, then whatever that it needs, accordingly, the mind is, that state of mind will naturally grasp and create and manifest in various ways of what it exactly requires and needs to have all the experiences. So in this case, the compounded things that we have to, it's the compounded phenomena that we have to examine, and knowing, and finally to know that they are not, let's say, stable. They always change, and that it brings a lot of, it wastes a lot of time, and it brings a lot of confusion for oneself and others. It's like the object from the theaters, or from the magicians, or from the reflections of images, let's say, objects. Yes, although it is very much there, looking like as if it is very much there. They are tangible, but yet within its or behind the curtains, or within its essence, then if one examines deeper and deeper, they will find that nothing more than a reflection. It was nothing more than a play. It was nothing more than a trick by the magician. Yes, so just like that. So that's why I think it's important that for all of us, whether we are already great practitioners or not, whether we're newcomers or not, whatever be it, this idea of impermanent is something that we need to have it in mind all the time. If you don't, then whatever that we built, whatever accumulations of merit that we have done, all this while in this life, first of all, and in our previous lives, of all the merits that we have accumulated, it could, let's say, there is a chance that it could go to waste because of this. Once again, this idea of clinging to something strong, something that is stable, something that doesn't change. Of course, for an individual who hasn't this perspective or understanding, or will have the very general idea of everything being permanent and so on, yes? And those are mostly very worldly ways of understanding that things are permanent, that there is a self, and then and then through that, then it brings all the confusions, yes. But for us as a practitioner, our greatest obstacle could be that thinking that the results of our merit, the results of our practice, the results of our effort and meditation, and that result also from sometimes not realizing that thinking that they are also real, thinking that they are also permanent, yes? Permanent meaning that that there is an enlightened state to reach to, yes, like a place. And I think it's a teaching that is an advice that many great teachers have over and over again explained and described and more or less warned all of us as practitioners to be careful of, to be mindful of. Everything that we do as a practitioner, it again becomes oriented in a samsaric way. And if that happens, then it could cause again a lot more confusion that we have had already before. Before having become a practitioner, let's say, the same problem could repeat again. So that's why it's important to know that from the very first step to the last step, the one has to always be mindful of this impermanent, or ever-changing nature of samsara, let's say, of the phenomena, of the compounded things, basically. If you have that in mind, then we won't have let's say, although we do need a drive to reach enlightenment, but we won't look at enlightenment or the realizations as a goal, as a trophy. Of course, we all like trophies. Yes, we all like achievements. It's nothing. It's very innocent. It's very fun. Yes, but it is important to have that perspective that yes, there is a we do need the drive. We do need the devotion and the awareness to see exactly where we are, and is this suitable? Is this first of all suitable for myself? Is it suitable for others? Yes, this we do need, this awareness. But the enlightenment itself, or let's say the reaching of or free ones from samsara, should be oriented in a way that it's not like as if we are escaping from somewhere and then reaching somewhere else, like a heaven or a paradise or something like that. Sometimes it's very normal that we as practitioners